Hi, my name is Adam, and my pool pump is officially dead. I need a new one, and I need it right away. So I reached out to my friend Mark from Doheny, who's gonna help me save the day. So Mark, help me figure out how to choose the right pump for my pool. So first of all, what does a pump do?
Great question. A pump is pretty simple in its operation. It's designed to pull water from your pool, push it through your filtration system to clean, and push it back into your pool.
So it seems very vital to the process of the entire function.
You got it. It's the engine to your pool, and you need to have a properly working, pool pump to maintain that water cleanliness.
So if the pump's not working, we're not working.
Not swimming.
Okay, now does it make a difference whether I have an in-ground pool or an above-ground pool and I'm trying to figure out my pump?
In principle, they're built the same way, they function the same way, it's just they hook up a little bit differently, so I would need to know that.
Okay, and so what we're looking at here, these are in-ground or above-ground?
These are in-ground versions.
Okay, and then how do I figure out what the right pump I might need? Like when I read online, I heard about horsepower. How do I figure that out?
Right, I think the best rule of thumb to follow on that is just, you want to maintain what you have.
And where do I find out how much horsepower I have?
Usually you can find the voltage rating on the back of the motor. There's a sticker there.
Okay.
In this instance, we have a total horsepower of, one horsepower.
So where it says THP?
THP stands for total horsepower.
I need a new pool pump. I don't know where to start. How do I even know what size do I need?
We don't want to oversize the pump to your pool. I would look at it this way. Your pool was built before you were even there, right? And they put that pump on the pool for a reason as far as size and flow rates and so on and so forth.
Okay, but does more horsepower equal better?
Not a car. It's not a car.
Got it.
So
it's like a car, but not a car.
Yeah, exactly. We can push it a little bit. So for example, if you have a 3/4 on it currently, we can push that to a 1. If you've got a 1, we can go to 1.5, things like that. What you don't want to do is make massive jumps, because I don't know exactly what you have underneath that concrete in your backyard, and I do not want to have to start pulling that concrete up.
It's like my emotional baggage. We want to keep that below the surface. Okay, but what is the basic anatomy of a pool pump?
It is simpler than it seems, because it's just simply going to be a drop-in replacement.
Okay.
You'll have to do some plumbing to get your old pump out.
Okay.
So there's usually hard piping that comes into the pump and out of the pump. So you'll basically cut that off. You'll place this in. You'll have to do some finagling there. But once you get it in place, you're ready to go. It's simply, you'll replace the wiring to your old system, and it just goes.
Let's say my pump that I used to have before it died, it made some noises. So what do you do? Like, how do you know when it's not working correctly that it might need some maintenance?
Right. Yeah. It's common. It's a common thing with a pump as they get older. You hear a lot of whining, or sometimes people call it screaming, to the point where they can't even take it anymore, and they know it's time for a new pump and motor. So really what that is a seal set that's designed to not allow water to get from the pump into the motor, so it doesn't damage the motor, and it goes around the motor shaft, if you will. So what'll happen is that as that wears down, the friction becomes too hot and it starts screaming.
So when it's screaming, it's time to take a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely, because the screaming will not go away. A lot of people will say, I need a new pump, or I need a new motor, or I need a pump and motor, and they're all correct. It's just that the anatomy is such that you have what we call a wet end and a dry end.
Keep the wet side wet, keep the dry side dry.
Got it. And the wet side, from the motor bolts up, are what we call the pump. And so this is what I would refer to as the pump, and the dry end is the motor.
I've been reading about variable speed pumps. Help me make sense of it.
Right, a variable speed is a new version of pumps that have come to the market in the last couple seasons, if you will, and they're energy efficient pumps. The state of California has adopted the use of these in all of their pools. You have to have one now. And it's really designed, it basically is your standard pump and motor system, but it comes with an electronic control system. And it's got all kinds of controls for if you have different features on your in-ground pool. Like a lot of people will have waterfalls and robots that clean the water, etc. And you can program all the different things into here. And really what it allows you to do is to run your motor a lot more efficiently depending on the application, so you're using less energy.
Yeah, so I'm not running everything at a full 10 when maybe I only need to run it at like a 1 or a 2 in different ways. So it might be a little bit more costly on the front end of this, but it might save you some in energy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now they're quite expensive because they're relatively new. I would probably say they're probably 3-to-1 ratio at this point as far as cost goes. But the concept of gaining back what you're spending will definitely take place. These will be mainstay, in my best guess estimate would be in the next couple of years throughout the whole country. It's going to be variable speed or bust.
Well, Mark, you've taken a murky, deathly situation for me and made it a lot more clear, so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I know, it's a lot. It can be overwhelming to try to balance all the information and make all these different decisions. That's what's great about a place like Doheny's, and if you visit them at doheny.com, you're going to be able to get that information to help you make the right decision at the right time. Make sure you like and subscribe so that we can help you find the right answers to the right problem.